In the intestine, okay, so now we're past the liver, we're past the papilla of Vater, and we're into the jejunum, okay. We have, there's glands all throughout this structure. Remember, we got a lot of membrane expansion here. So we have Brunner's glands. Brunner's glands are in the proximal duodenum, very close to the pylorus. They produce a unique mucus, a very alkaline mucus. So in addition to secretin, which is neutralizing stomach acid, Brunner's glands produce an alkaline mucus that protects the duodenum while that neutralization is taking place. Okay, so they're found very early on. The rest of the intestine, the primary secretion, are the crypts of Leberkuhn, which is a really fun one to say. But again, I got to orient you a little bit. You might have talked about this in anatomy. All right, so if we look at the GI tract, we see these villi, right? And then if we were to zoom in, each cell looks like that with microvilli, right? Okay. The crypts are between the villi. So this is a crypt. This is a villus, right? So these crypts of Leberkuhn lie between these intestinal villi, down in the bottom. Same reason that the stomach glands are way down, is to protect this delicate cells from the caustic environment that's passing by. What do? These crypts of Leberkuhn, number one, they produce mucus, okay? They also produce a water and electrolyte secretion. All throughout our body, remember, we have a tendency to produce acid, right? Digestion has a tendency to produce acid too. So these crypts, all of them together, produce a whole bunch of alkaline solution that's basically put onto the surface of the mucosa, and it helps to protect it. The other thing we see down in here in the crypts is this is the site of mitosis. All right, so these guys, these cells up here, are old man cells, right? They're about to die and be shed and digested. New guy cells are down here. Okay, so as cells age, they move up from the crypt to the top of the villus. When they get to the top of the villus, they're usually too broken by then to live. They shed and are digested. So that's the mitosis happens there. And then we have down in the very depths of the crypt, we have the Paneth cells, and they help to, they're almost like lymphatic system cells. They're immune system cells. They work to help to maintain the GI epithelial barrier. In other words, keeping the outside out and the inside in. Okay, then the last bit here, digestive enzymes are made inside GI tract cells. So enzymes are made in here. When old man cells are shed, they pop open and the enzymes inside are released then. And those, then they can go ahead and do work. So that's one approach. Another approach is there's enzymes on the surface, on the microvilli themselves, right? So for example, the sucrase, the enzymes that take disaccharides and make them monosaccharides are found on the microvilli, right? So the intestinal epithelial cells have a lot going on, okay? But among those is not only the work of absorption, but also the work of digestion. We are going to hit this point again after the break, or after the test, okay? Because we're going to look at the digestion of carbohydrates and where those things happen, and we'll pick that up again.